Hey, everybody. Hope everybody's well. Just want to do a little bit of an update here on this Russian-Ukraine situation. As this business day ends and we head into Friday, as Russia continues to advance into Ukraine, there's been a couple of things that I think people should take note of. Number one, the S&P, the Dow, and the NASDAQ amazingly had a very, very sharp reversal. This is one of the reasons why you never panic sell, right? Hey, Heaven Sent. Hey, Third Eye. This is exactly why you never panic sell your stocks. I was telling you guys about how the market was taking such a sharp ass downtrend, right? Not even 3-4 hours ago. And now look how the market has reversed sharply at that. However, the VIX is still at 30, and that is pretty high. Usually the VIX, you want to see that. Just when I look at it, I would really like to see the VIX like 10 or below, right? So it's definitely high. It's definitely still up, but I can understand why people would sell their stocks and stuff like that. It's just that sometimes, especially like the real core stocks, the like the big tech stocks and things like that, I've just seen in a lot of instances where hey, am I back? I think I'm back. Hey guys, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. I think I had 8 windows open, 8 different Chrome windows open, and my my Windows 11 laptop said not today, bitch. I absolutely hate Windows 11. I honestly, if the next version of Windows comes out crappy like this, I mean, I can't even move my taskbar. There's a lot of features I really don't like about Windows 11. The next version comes out like that, I'll be running Linux or an Apple OS. So that's where I'm at with it. Sorry about that, everybody. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. Hey, OG Bosgal, good to see you. We're just getting a bit of an update on what's sort of going on today, Thursday afternoon. So we was discussing how stocks have rose sharply. I guess what I was trying to say is a lot of traders, they would never panic sell because of these sorts of sharp reversals that happen. It looks like the market is shaking off the invasion, so to speak, today. That would be the sentiment, needless to say, that it seems to be passing out, but we'll see how it goes. I think there may be some people that may take that sharp reversal and do some selling. Not sure. Of course, you know what you can withstand. You know what your finances can withstand. You should never take the advice of anybody out here when it comes to investment into financial tools and stocks and things like that. So we'll see. We'll see how the market continues. Now, if you're paying real close attention, today, additional sanctions have been levied against Russia, right? This is what the various governments are doing to try to seek their punishment or vengeance against Russia. Essentially today saying every Russian asset in the United States will be froze. They're saying there is up to $1 trillion that is on the line here. And I'm sure that Putin expected that as far as sanctions are concerned. But to be honest with you guys, I think that Putin has figured out how to survive. I think Putin and all the Russian people have actually figured out how to not only survive, but thrive with heavy sanctions on them. And these sanctions, they do hurt. Up until this week, the sanctions were levied against the actual businesses and the business leaders themselves. But now America and the NATO allies are saying, well, we're going to get your family too. We're not going to allow your family to make any money or have any assets in their name either. And so that extends to these oligarchs' wives, their husbands, well, most of their wives. I don't think there's any woman oligarchs, right? I don't think so. But their children, their family members. And they're really, there's a lot of discussion up about cutting Russia off from SWIFT. And SWIFT is a financial transaction platform that Russia relies quite heavily on. But the truth is, Russia has made relationships with many other countries and their leaders, especially in the Arab world, where they offer themselves sort of like an alternative to America. I think it's one step to having what they call a so-called world order. As a little girl, I used to be scared of Russia, still am, of their capability, their actual capability. And if they ever really wanted to get World War III kicked off, they would definitely be the ones to watch. Even in biblical prophecy, if you're a follower of prophecy in the Bible, there's a lot to be said about what is considered north in biblical prophecy. Russia I believe, will be a player in the end times. But what do they say? There will be wars and rumor of wars, starvation, famine. SWIFT is massive. Speaking of my producer in my ear, let me show you this very interesting video that Dalai Lama's tea found of a Russian soldier that was captured. A second. Russian soldier was captured, and there were some things that the man said. Check this out.
Россиянам никто не рад.
Россиянам никто не рад. Друзья, уезжайте отсюда, вам здесь не рад.
Кто конкретно? Кому? Кто должен уезжать? В камеру смотри. Кто должен уезжать? Говори.
Друзья мои.
Кто твои друзья? Откуда ты пришел?
Сейчас подожди, я сейчас решу.
Ukrainian soldier helps an injured Russian soldier. Russian soldier says, leave. He's going to say anything, right, to save his life. But I think many of us fully expect that Russia will take Ukraine militarily. I think many of us expect that, unfortunately. So far, 57 have lost their lives in this latest campaign. Over 150 people injured. Have any of you ever wanted to learn how to fly a helicopter? I've always had a bit of an affinity to flying, piloting, actually. It'd be funny if I told you guys I knew how to pilot an airplane, wouldn't it? A little something people don't know about me. Amazingly, know how to pilot an airplane, but don't know how to pilot a fucking drone. It's been some years, though. It's been some years. I was really going to go big in piloting airplanes at one point when I was younger. It's kind of funny, but I just didn't explore it any further. It's very complicated. There's a lot to piloting a plane, but I would hope I'd be able to land one. God forbid if I was on one that got hijacked or something crazy like that. But this is very reminiscent of World War II. Very reminiscent, very Hitler-esque, Stalin-esque. Shout out to my producer in my ear. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, actually. Hey, Centel, I was thinking about you earlier today. I hope you're good. Good to see you, babe. Good to see you. You know what? I'm so glad you dropped down. Where am I live at? I'm live on the Crimes and Investigations channel. Hold on a sec. I got to make sure of something. Stand by. Okay, I was just making sure Centel was modded up over here. All right, well, so these sanctions, right, or even not only just the sanctions, but SWIFT is a huge financial platform that they want to cut Russia off of. To have some kind of impact on them. They want to essentially shrink their economy down. I don't know if that's necessarily good for the worldwide economy. Russia, that area exports 18% of the world's wheat, sunflower seeds, sunflower seed oil, grapeseed oil. Like they're really big as far as their agriculture is really big in that area. So they're going to continue to build their military up while completely wanting to decapitate the Ukrainian government. Russia does not believe that Ukraine should even exist on the map. Russia believes that, Russia wants to incorporate Ukraine back into the old USSR, so to speak. And the fear is if he takes Ukraine, which is a huge landmass that he's managed to invade in on after he annexed Crimea, will he continue to push on into the additional 15 other countries that are currently independently governed that used to be part of the United Soviet Republic, the USSR, which is now known as the Russian Federation. So the talk is that Putin wants to completely decapitate the Ukrainian government. Zelensky's in danger. His aides are in danger. Every single post, every political post, those folks, I'm sure their name is on a list somewhere as people continue to talk about this list that has names of Ukrainians that Russia wants to see jailed. I'm hearing talk of sending people to internment camps. So what do you think? They're not. And then, too, if you just look at the wording, they say, no, we're not occupying, because in Putin's mind, Ukraine is Russia. And that's the overall goal here, is to go back and sort of return back to the historical heydays, so to speak.
Invaded Finland, deterrence has failed, the answer is to come up with new steps.
Certainly to bring the guillotine down on all of the sanctions they've been contemplating and take additional steps if they want to stop any further military action. Their admission that they're engaged in gradual escalation of sanctions is a further admission of a disastrous failure of policy.
Did this not really start under President Trump with his embrace, if you will? I mean, it started in Helsinki, really, which was the first U.S. president to sit down with, Vladimir Putin and then agree with Putin that U.S. intelligence was all wrong about the bad things that he had done in 2016 and other things.
Well, as many commentators have observed, during the Trump administration, there were two different policies toward Russia. One was the president's policy. The other was the one that was being implemented. Fairly significant sanctions. We certainly could have done more. Getting out of the INF treaty, getting out of the Open Skies treaty, not agreeing to negotiate on a New START treaty. So I think the Trump policy was, as usual, seen through the prism of what was good for Donald Trump. But it was bad for the country because it didn't show Putin consistent resolve to defend.
So just one thing too to mention, kind of looking at some of these updates on the stock market or whatnot. It is, I understand anybody, right, who would have chose to sell their stocks today or whatnot. I've been sort of like trying to really, really practice not having my emotion involved in trading, because I have fucked myself every time when I did that. So let's be really clear that there's nothing better than cold hard cash, but even more so wealth that doesn't involve cash, if possible, or something you can convert into cash. But people need to make the financial choices for themselves. And the truth is, when you do invest into the stock market, it is the unknown, and there's nothing more secure. There's not a more secure feeling than knowing that, okay, my cash is safe. We don't know if the truth is, we don't know if stocks may continue to plow down. It's just that in the several years I've been sort of like investing in the stock market and things like that, I just seem to notice that we may have really bad down days, but the thing I always try to keep in my mind is, are these people, these rich bankers and are they going to want to see their money go down the toilet? No, they're not. So they're going to do everything possible to try to keep the economy afloat. I think that in the back of my mind, knowing that's no guarantee. But the other thing I say, are these white folks going to want to lose their money? No. But some people, you can't depend on that. It hurts. There's no question that when you look at the stock market, it fucking hurts. But what do they say, hodl? Now, crypto, I can tell you right now that I am not in any crypto right now. I don't want any part. I have a solid stop loss set on any trades that I do, any sort of investment securities that I may own, to stop out if it reaches a certain point. And crypto is just too volatile to have any sort of, you could have big money in it, but it should only be a very small percentage of your overall cash. So if you're worth $1 million, sure, having, $10,000 in crypto, $50,000 in crypto may not be a big deal for you. But everybody has certain levels, right? It's so volatile, and it will smooth out the bigger that it gets. It will. But I'm just right now, I don't like how crypto seems to even be leading the stock market. That's a little bit concerning to me. As a matter of fact, let's check what is the latest price on Bitcoin. I know it had taken a pretty nice drop, but I heard it was climbing right back up. So what is Bitcoin at? Okay. So up 1,000. So we're at 38K. Again, crypto was at almost $70,000 a few months ago. dropped significantly. My God, look at that climb. Jesus Christ. Imagine if you would have bought a call option today while the prices were dropping. Imagine you would have bought a call option, especially on MSFT, up $14. Geez, that somebody said, you can make money on the market, guys, when it's going down too. They call shorting, buying puts, selling puts. But MSFT doesn't typically move like that. So that's why it's such an eye-opening spring right there. That's pretty insane. I noticed cruise stocks are looking kind of pretty. Cruise stocks have been a bit of a safe haven on bad market days. So that's interesting. What else? Okay, Apple. Okay, Apple. I want to see Apple come on up, though. I really do. I want to see Apple get a few more dollars on it because, man, I'm holding some April call options on it right now. Nope, did not sell them. But I buy in the money typically. But you damn sure hate it when things like this happen because it's like, oh, well, I bought this call option, whatever, a month ago or whatever the case may be. And then you have these wild ass days like this where the market swings and your call option could absolutely, you could have bought it, 90% cheaper, right? One of the strategies I know that I've learned over the years is to buy calls on red days and buy puts on green days. And try to do it towards the end of the day if possible. But it's all a guessing game, man. It really is. But I got to see that Tesla. Got to see, because Tesla was down at one point to 6 something. I'd heard, but it looks like it's climbing right on back up, which is great. Now imagine if you would have bought a call option on that, or even a put on this overnight. You would have made some serious ass money if you would have sold as soon as the market opened. Man, trading can be very addictive, but fun, and there's a lot on the table when it comes down to trading. But the one thing I can say is never bet against Tesla. I can tell you that. But the market does seem to be shaking off some of this Russian invasion sentiment. So we'll continue to monitor, guys, and keep you guys in the know. So make sure y'all hit the notifications, the notification bell. I am building up, by the way, my Twitter stream. And if you just search LeakYou on Twitter, you'll find me. But I've been doing a lot of streaming over there. I actually like the Twitter platform quite a lot. I've been kind of getting to know the Twitter community. I'm still dog sitting, as you can hear. I'm getting to know the Twitter community. It's nothing like the YouTube community that's, could be toxic and negative all the fucking time. But it's been kind of cool getting to know some of these content creators on Twitter. So I'm going to keep on breaking out, and we're going to keep on putting out tentacles, not to mention that I am on Instagram as well. You can just search LeakYou on Instagram, and we are streaming on Facebook. And I have Bigo. I haven't been on there in a while. I've been on Bigo for a year plus, easy. But you can catch me on all of these different platforms. Okay. Whatever you need, Centel, you already know. Anything you need, let me know. So guys, until next time,